Hello! Some people wanted some sketchbook tours, so that's what I'm doing. I have one and like a third sketchbook. Those are Skibbity toilet stickers. Alright, I'm gonna start with this one. This is from 2024, so last year. I spent the whole year filling it up, and by the whole year I mean I completely neglected it for like 6 months. But yeah, I did draw on it on and off through 2024. So this is a sketchbook from Lita Art Supply. I randomly got this on Amazon. So yeah, here's the first page. Right off the bat we got some fan art. Chainsaw Man was a very big thing for me in 2024. I was very obsessed with this manga. Cool metallic marker detail there. It's pretty cool. Alright, here's a random little spread. Yeah, not much to say. I guess just like Pinterest photos. I kind of do that a lot. So this might get boring, not gonna lie. Or Chainsaw Man. I don't know why she's gray. Yeah, I don't know. This is actually really cool. Drawing is inverted, so if you invert the image, it will look like a normal brown dog. And if I'm not lazy, I will show that to you on the screen somewhere. Would it be a sketchbook without some Junji Ito inspo? Of course. Uzumaki's my favorite manga ever. So, of course I did some Kiri fan art. Love her. Alright, ooh, this is actually an acrylic painting. I hate painting, and I won't do it if I can help it. So, this was a very rare moment for me, but it's actually really good, I think, and it's one of my favorite things in this sketchbook. And of course, some Resident Evil. I love Claire. God, there's so much Chainsaw Man. I'm sorry. Okay, I just really like Chainsaw Man. Here's some silly stuff, I guess. If you want to read that. Alright, the first cat. There's gonna be a lot of cats in here, okay? Just a warning. Alright, here's another acrylic marker drawing. I really like this one. I go back and look at it a lot because it's pretty satisfying. Pigeon. But yeah, I was really into these acrylic markers for a while. Ooh, okay. This is my favorite spread, because there's just so much personality in here. I was watching Atlanta for like the 4th time. My dinosaur phase was at its worst, I'll say. I'm still into dinosaurs, but not like this. Alright, that's a little crazy. I just really liked my style at the time. I don't really do a lot of sketching like this, I guess, right now. I guess it's kind of a face reveal too. It's kind of what I look like, if you care. Alright, here. Now we finally have a spread that doesn't have personal information on it. Pretty fun. Just some random sketches going on. This monkey that I still harass people with to this day. Got Limbless Denji. And we have the bite of 87. Okay, this is fun. I drew this in class, I remember. I had to do a presentation about dinosaurs. I didn't have to. I chose to do a presentation about dinosaurs. I'll make that very clear. These random sketches, drew Stegosaurus, of course. And then these random faces I drew from my head, I guess. I still want to get good at drawing faces. Get over my same face syndrome thing. Alright, here we got some possum sketches, and then my dinosaur manifesto. Pause to read if you want. I went on break, my illustration class. I would go outside and go to the park across the street. And someone's dog was rolling in the rainy grass. And there was a plant that was shaped real funny. And then there's my legs. And some crested geckos. Alright, this is where the sketchbook kind of goes downhill because this is kind of the phase where I was neglecting it for like the entire year. I have a page that fell out. I don't know why or how that happened, but yeah, I watched How to Train Your Dragon about 100 times that summer. So, of course I drew Toothless, and I drew Salad Face. There's another character that I abandoned. Yeah, I don't know. Here's me with acrylic markers again. Alright, we're picking up. I like this page. It's cute. It's at the airport. Some more Pinterest drawings and doodles and whatnot. Some more sketches. This was a very transformative day for me. If you follow my TikTok, you know me and ballpoint pens are like this, okay? I love ballpoint pen. It's probably my favorite medium to draw with right now. You can even call it that. I just use random like pens. But yeah, super fun. I kind of feel like I lose creativity doing it because it's so based in reference. But I don't know, I guess there's still some creativity to it. I don't know. I like this Sphinx though. It's pretty cool. Alright, here's the infamous drawing. I do like this drawing. I think it's really nice. I guess I'm just really shocked that happened. I don't know. I wasn't expecting it at all. But super grateful. Yeah. We got some cats. Yeah. Alright, here's the ballpoint pen, guys. I really like my ballpoint pen sketchbook pages. I know they're all Pinterest pictures, but you know, I feel like there's some creativity to arranging the pictures a certain way and finding pictures that go together to kind of create like a mood or a story. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fun and it's really good for practice. If you're not feeling creative, I think more than anything, it's important to just keep drawing. It doesn't always have to be original. You can get creative and do random shapes and come up with patterns and color schemes and whatnot. But above all, you should just be drawing. So if that means referencing from Pinterest and copying pictures, just keep drawing. Keep the gears turning. Here's some more cats and a shark and some more sea animals. This is my boyfriend's cat. I want everyone to see him because he's so handsome. Alright, I really like the sketchbook page actually. I think the colors go really nice together. I like the way everything's spaced out. Normally I like layer things and have things touching, but I don't know, there's something satisfying about it. Here's a little portrait sketch, and then another one that I never finished. Looks kind of spooky, but it's actually pretty cool. If I like finish rendering that, I think that would look pretty cool. I'm not gonna finish it though. Here's a little skull I drew just for a tutorial video. Yeah, it's a cool skull, I guess. Here's a colored pencil page. I have a lot of colored pencil drawings in my other sketchbook. I'm not gonna show that one though, because it's kind of boring. I don't know, you can see them on my TikTok or something. Here's some random sketches I did. I do try to use pencil more. Pencil used to be like the only medium I was comfortable with, just graphite. But now I've kind of become more comfortable with permanent media like pen and markers, and less comfortable with pencils, but I don't know. Some more ballpoint pen portraits. Oh, acrylic markers. I love acrylic markers. Yeah, you're gonna see a little more of it in my next sketchbook. But yeah, here's a random little meme page I did. You know what? I've uploaded this on all my platforms and it has not gotten any love. And I know it's ugly, I know it's unoriginal and not that interesting, but I still like it. and I wish other people liked it too. More ballpoint pen drawings. A drawing I covered up with a sticky note because he's ugly and I don't want to look at it. Ooh, some Ellie Williams face studies. Some of these are kind of ugly. And they're even uglier when you take the sticky note off, which I'm not gonna do. But I think some of them are pretty good. I like this one. I think these two are pretty good. Some more cats, guys. Me and my cats. Yeah. Here I tried to draw cars and tires. This was actually so frustrating to me. I had a whole course in my drawing class at college learning how to draw ellipses, but I kind of didn't pay attention because I didn't care and I didn't think it mattered. And here I'm learning that I was very wrong, and it does matter. These are some ugly tires, okay? But these cars actually don't look too bad. Cars are very hard to draw. I was right about that. Like, here I was drawing Drew Barrymore, so I was like, I don't know, I feel like her face would be easy to draw. This doesn't look good. But this one does. I think she looks cute. And then this is Veronica from Heathers, Winona Ryder. And now we're nearing the end. That's it. I do them to pages. I always do that. I will never stop doing that. But because I've already got a new sketchbook, I'm not going to touch this one again, probably. So, on to the next sketchbook. Alright, this one I'm trying to do something new and cover my page with my cover with stickers. Right now I've just got Sanrio and Skibbity Toilet. So, actually, I have another Skibbity sticker to add that I forgot about. I'll be right back. Hopefully I will have a lot more stickers in the future. Here we've got a little swatch page. I wanted to test if alcohol markers really didn't bleed through this book. And they do bleed a teeny bit, but not that bad. And it was very easy to cover up with this acrylic marker sketchbook spread. I like this sketchbook spread. I think it's really cute. And this is about the only spread like this you're gonna get from the sketchbook. I actually don't have much in here. It's not full. I'm only that far. But there's some cool stuff in here. Got some gesturing, whatever you want to call this, pose practice. I do really want to get better at drawing like dynamic poses and stuff from memory. The Shining. I love The Shining. There's a website called Every Single Frame, and they have some movies on there. You can just shuffle through frames, and it's pretty fun if you like movies and you want to draw movies. But I thought these were really ugly, so I went and did some more polished sketches of the characters. I think these are pretty nice. Alright, here's a sketchbook spread. I lied, there is another sketchbook spread in this book. But after this, I don't think there's any more. But yeah, I really like this. This was the first like illustration I've done in a while where I actually like came up with a little story for the characters and such. These are Pinterest pictures. But the point is, okay, I created a little story out of it. So it is original, kind of. Yeah, I made a reef. I think it's pretty cool. And some sharks. So, yeah. Some more ballpoint pen drawings, of course. And some dogs. I really like these dog drawings. Alright, I randomly remembered that I am really bad at drawing muscular figures. So I drew some. A random collage page. It's like a mixture of stuff from memory. I know this one is because I was really proud of it. I think it looks pretty cool. And then some random like Pinterest pictures, but yeah, pretty fun. It's so hard to show graphite on camera because it's so reflective. but I actually really like these sketches. I think they're pretty nice. There's some little pose drawings. Again, practicing making poses more dynamic. This sketchbook, I've been really adamant about not skipping pages and leaving blank space. This I failed. I was going to fill this up with like 4 little houses, but I drew this way too big. So, I don't know, maybe I'll go back and do some tiny little thumbnails, but yeah. It's another thing I want to get good at, drawing buildings and houses and such. I've been doing some more pose practice. You'll see the sketchbook is a lot more technical. I'm doing a lot more just practicing in here. So, you're not going to see many illustrations and fun, interesting stuff. I had the genius idea to draw musical theater stills because they have really good poses and really cool costumes. And a big thing about musical theater is that you're supposed to be open to the audience, right? Like posing open so the audience can see your body and your expression. So it's pretty easy to find good poses and stuff. I did some ice skating stuff. This is actually a gymnast, but the rest are ice skating. I thought these were really fun. I might do more of these. Some more random sketch practice. Okay, I need to get a move on because I keep running out of storage. But here's some more practice. Hand practice. Some portraits and whatnot. Did some little seals. Oh, cute little seals. And I drew Adam Eve. I just watched all of Invincible recently. Pretty awesome. Did some outfit practice. And drew some, I don't know what these are. They're these little dolls that I keep finding on Pinterest. And I love them so much. So I drew some of them. Okay, here's a little spread. And then one of my favorite pages so far. I really like this. I think it's really funny looking and cool. Kind of looks like a weird album cover or something. Some more sketches. I was trying to be more clean with the way I hatch, because I'm usually very messy. Also, this hand is way too small, so don't look at it, please. Alright, we are now nearing the end. These are some fruits. Acrylic marker fruits. Yeah, not much to say about that. But I really like these. I think they look nice. These are with these mechanical colored pencils that I got, and I'm literally obsessed with them. They're so fun. But yeah, there's that. I guess this is the end. I have many more sketchbooks dating back to like 2015. So if you want to see all of my art progression from when I was like 10 till now, let me know. I don't know. All right. Goodbye.